Welcome to tonight's matchup between the Mandarin Mustangs and the First Coast Buccaneers. Tonight's game is going to be a very interesting game between the two teams. As they come into the matchup, Mustangs come in at 4-1, while First Coast sits in at 2-1. Honestly, folks, Mustangs been lighting up the scoreboard lately, like all season long. We're talking about a team that hung 42 punts on Creekside, dropped 54 on Atlantic Coast, and shut out Sunderwood. That's an offensive averaging points of 40 points per game behind sophomore sensation Bryson Wright, who's already got college offers from all over the world and has the football world buzzing. First Coast sits at 2-1, and here's the thing. They're not just happy to be here. The Buccaneers have been competitive all season long, and they love being the underdog in the games. They know everyone's talking about Mandarin's high-powered offense. That's okay. We know what you have. But they got some tricks up their sleeves too. The history here is important to remember. Last year, Mandarin took care of business against First Coast 27-6. But that was last year's team. Tonight's game is about what happens between the lines in 48 minutes. And in high school football, anything can happen when these Jacksonville schools get together. What makes this interesting is that both teams are still undefeated in district play. First Coast knows this is their chance to make a statement against one of the area's top programs, while Mandarin wants to keep rolling towards what could be a special season. Bryson Wright, that's the man for the night. The show continues. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Should I say the 6'4" wide receiver who's taken the internet by storm. Bryson Wright isn't just Mandarin's leading receiver. He's become a national sensation. We're talking about a kid who had 31 catches for 646 yards and 8 touchdowns. Guess what? Just as a freshman. He's only gotten better. Here's what makes Wright special. It's not just the viral one-handed catches that have colleges drooling. The kid has already signed a 5-figure NIL deal. 5. It's a lot of zeros. With trading card companies. And he got offers from Alabama, Ohio State, Texas, LSU, Florida, Florida State, Auburn, South Carolina. You name it, he has an offer. As a sophomore. 2 more years left to play high school football. Over 20 offers as a sophomore. Can't get no more special than that. That tells you everything you need to know about his talent level. For First Coast tonight, the game plan has to start with limiting Wright's big plays. But here's the problem. When you have a receiver who can make catches like Wright, sometimes great defense isn't enough. The Buccaneers will likely try to bracket him with the safety over the top, but that opens up other opportunity for Mandarin's wide receivers, like number 15, Tion White. The lone touchdown in Mandarin's game last week against IMG came from number 15, Tion White. Out of nowhere, you thinking Bryson, you covering Bryson with 2 or 3 players. On the backside, you have a deep threat. That's a kid you're going to look out for tonight as well. You'll see him. He wears the number 15, just 5 more than number 1, Bryson. Underdog mentality of First Coast. That's what we're here tonight for. They know what they have to do to win this game. They want to win this game. They have nothing but beating Mandarin in their mind. Don't sleep on them. They may not have the star power that Mandarin brings to the table, but they've got something that's equally valuable in high school football. They've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. First Coast knows the formula for beating a high-powered offense like Mandarin. You have to control the clock, limit the possessions, and make every drive count. If you do that, you have a great chance of beating a team like Mandarin. Other than that, you can kiss the baby goodnight. It'll be over. It'll be over before you know it. I mean, kind of like, what dismantled Mandarin last week, IMG. The Bucs have shown they can move the ball very effectively this season, and they need to sustain long drives to keep Wright and Mandarin's offense off the field. The longer First Coast has the ball tonight, the better opportunity they have to win the game. If Mandarin stays on the field, if Buccaneers go 3 and out continuously, Mandarin's just going to put up points after points after points. It's going to be like a 4th of July fireworks show. Scoreboard keep lighting up every time you turn around. It's going to get ugly real fast. So hopefully the Buccaneers came to play tonight. It's a championship pedigree versus a rising program. You know that, right? Here's some perspective on what Mandarin football represents in Florida. This is a program that won the state championship not too long ago, and they've consistently produced college-level talent. I can name one. My nephew, Terrell Jennings. Actually, he plays for the New England Patriots right now. 26, came from Mandarin High School, matriculated from Mandarin, went to FAMU, matriculated from FAMU, and now he's making a lot of zeros, like my man Bryson. First Coast, on the other hand, it represents the heart of what high school football is all about. They may not have the championship banners or the recruiting headlines, but they got players who work just as hard and dream just as big. Sometimes that hunger and determination can be the great equalizer, something that we need tonight from First Coast. If you're looking to beat a team like Mandarin, you're going to have to do something special all night long. It don't start at the beginning of the game. It starts and ends between the beginning whistle and the ending whistle. It's district champion implications tonight. Let's not forget what's at stake here beyond just another Friday night football game. Both teams are currently undefeated in district play, which means tonight's game could have huge implications for playoff seeding and district championship positioning. That's big. Just so happens, say, Mandarin falls back a game, in district. First Coast wins this game. They can possibly gain home field advantage. And this nice, beautiful, big stadium here, sitting on the north side of Jacksonville, Florida. I think it holds around maybe 5,000 or 6,000 people. One of the larger stadiums here in Jacksonville. I remember when we played my college ball, this is one of the locations we had one of our games at, because it can hold the number of fans to support them, and also it had to have a NCAA qualified booth in order for you to have a game. So this First Coast school has all that, plus more. They have palm trees I just seen in the back by the baseball field. Very nice campus, just like Mandarin. For Mandarin tonight, maintaining their perfect district record is crucial to their hopes of hosting playoff games down the stretch. Playing at home in the playoffs is a massive advantage, especially for a team with championship aspirations. For First Coast, this is their shot to announce themselves as a legitimate contender in what everyone thought was Mandarin's district to lose. An upset win tonight will completely change the complexion of the district race and give the Buccaneers tremendous momentum heading into the final stretch of the regular season. But you have a couple of factors on both sides of the field, and I will come back to that after they present arms. The official opening of Friday Night Football here at First Coast High School. Again, the sophomore factor for tonight's game is what makes this game fascinating. A lot of sophomore key contributors are on this team. Wright is obviously the headliner as a sophomore, but both teams are built around young players who are just scratching the surface of their potential. This is what makes Recruit TV so special. You're not just watching tonight's game, you're watching the players who will define the next 2 or 3 years of high school football. These sophomores and juniors are building the foundation of what could be some incredible seasons ahead. If you haven't, if you're watching this now, it has to be on the Recruit TV. So I'm glad you joined us. I'm glad you download the app. You're watching the stream. It's going to be a great game as usual.
Hey Ben, before the action starts,
we have two good teams that's going to be playing tonight.
For something just as important as tonight's game, keeping our community safe.
Key matchups to watch tonight. It's a few. We have a few players on both sides of the field that can make a difference, like Bryson Brody Jennings, the senior cornerback, Shaquez Foster, the running back who's been lighting up the yard markers. I mean, he has been the starting running back, so we'll see if he holds on to that position tonight. Knox Annis, the quarterback, sophomore. Tion White, the wide receiver, senior, that I was telling you about. You have defenders like Keon Herron, Kyrie Wilson, the dual player, running back, free safety. Corey Mathis, middle linebacker. You have players like that for Mandarin that can change the tone of the game at any minute. First Coast, you have players on that side as well. You can see your captains there, 2'7", 56 and 71, Marley Moe, Tony Kennedy, two of the guys I was just about to mention. 71, your big junior tackle, Marcus Small, another guy I was about to mention. Key players that you will see active in tonight's game, making plays. Zach Sandel, the middle linebacker, senior. Big middle linebacker, 6'2". Justin Virginia, he's a linebacker, sporting number 12 tonight. Another senior. Quentin Wiggum, who wears the number 30 tonight, the senior defensive tackle. So those are some of the players that's going to be on the field tonight that's going to make a difference in tonight's matchup. You just stay tuned. We're going to give you all the action, all the plays, play by play. We're going to give you the experience. Look, high school football isn't about more than just Friday nights. It's about discovering the next generation of talent before anyone else knows their names. That's exactly what the Recruit TV delivers. Week after week, from game-changing plays to breakout performances, we bring you closer to the action and the stories that matter. This is where legends are born, and we're here to capture every moment. And that is exactly why you downloaded the Recruit TV, to capture every moment, as you will tonight with this First Coast and Mandarin matchup.
Let's hear it for your First Coast Buccaneers varsity football team!
Not sure exactly who won the toss or who will receive the ball. Buccaneers set to come out of their end zone, heading to the sideline, making their appearance.
All right. Where are the roots of sportsmanship traced? It all starts with the word respect. Respect for opponents, coaches, spectators, and game officials. Respect results in good sports and establishes human touch.
So Mandarin's going to kick the ball off to First Coast. I'm assuming First Coast won, or Mandarin won the toss and elected to defer to the second half of play. Erman Medovic with the onside kick, high bounce, got the bounce they needed. Mandarin touches the ball and comes up with the ball. Number 15, Tion White, the guy that I was speaking of earlier. And Mandarin will have the ball. So great first play here for Mandarin High School special teams as they onside and recover the onside. 1st and 10 coming up for the Mustangs. Got to keep an eye out there for number 1 as you see him trotting across the field. First play, handoff to Shaquez Foster. Positive yards gained on the play, about a 7-yard pickup for Mr. Foster there. Nice shifty runner. Junior running back out of Jacksonville. Kind of a big guy, 5'9", 190. I guess that's kind of big. Second down, 3 yards to go. Annex, shotgun, sends motion. Gives to the motion guy, goes to the right-hand side of the field, makes a move inside, makes a move back outside, still on his feet, being chased down by Tony Kennedy, one of the guys I mentioned earlier, First Coast. He pushes him out of bounds, maybe a touchdown saving shove out of bounds. Nonetheless, Mandarin picks up a first down on the play and puts themselves in great field position on this first drive of the afternoon. First down, 10 yards to go. Inside their red zone. Ball's at the 12-yard line. And it gets it. Foster running up the middle. Breaks the tackle. Big hit. Helmet off. Still on his feet. Touchdown. Not sure if it's going to hold. Helmet came off at around the 2-yard line. Usually that's where the play is supposed to stop. Once that player's helmet come off of his head, play is supposed to be automatically dead at that spot where the foul occurred, which is going to be. You see here on the replay, Foster getting big yardage up the middle. Mr. Kennedy coming in again with the shoulder, laying the boom, knocking the helmet off. 2nd down, 2 yards to go. Hand off to Mr. Foster again, making a couple of moves up the field. And brought down there by a host of tacklers from the Buccaneers. However, he does pick up enough yards for a Mandarin first down. So good hard running here by the Mandarin Mustangs after the onside kick in the beginning of the game. Mustangs now on the 1-yard line of the Buccaneers. So still in shotgun with a tight formation. Direct snap to Shaquez Foster. Flag on the play. Offside is going to be the call against the Buccaneers. Penalty will be enforced. It's a dead ball infraction. So touchdown would not be good, but they will move a little bit closer to the end zone, moving half the yard of the distance. Maybe about 18 inches. The ball moved. First down, goal, tight formation, direct snap, hit in the backfield, still on his feet. No call yet. So another flag on the play, and they're going to repeat 2nd down. Another offsides call against the Buccaneers. So 3rd play, deep inside, high snap over Foster's head. He gains the possession of it, being chased down and tackled down by Marley Moe of the Buccaneers. Great pursuit there. Kind of a high snap there from Mandarin as they tried the Wildcat formation 3 times in a row. Buccaneers on top of it the 3rd time as they tried it. Great pursuit in the background forces a 3rd down conversion here now. Started the drive at the 18-inch line from 2nd down. 3rd down now. All the way from the 5-yard line. Now we have the first time out here by Mandarin. You know what sets the Recruit TV apart from everyone else? We don't just show you the games, we show you the future stars of college football before they become household names. Take tonight's game, for instance. You're watching players who will be suiting up for major college programs in just a few years. That's the power of Recruit TV. We're your front row seat to tomorrow's college superstars. Glad you guys download the app for the Recruit TV and glad you're here with us. Mandarin now has the ball at the 5-yard line after the timeout. 2 tight formation shotgun handoff to a different running back. Number 21 makes his way towards the goal lines, being pulled back. Mr. Aiden Owens on the carry. Trying to get tonight's first score on the scoreboard. You see, he just tries to move the power forward. First Coast denies him entrance into the end zone. About 4 defenders on the tackle there. So third down again from the 1 yard line. Shotgun formation. Bryson's at left. He's in the slot. Aiden Owens, your running back. He comes up to the quarterback now. Foster out wide. Hand off to Aiden Owens. Hit in the backfield. Will he make it across the line? No call short of the line to gain, which would be the end zone. And it forces a 4th down for the Mustangs. Great defensive pressure there by the Mustangs. One of the guys I mentioned earlier, number 30, the defensive tackle. On the penetration in the backfield, along with Isaiah Jackson on the tackle. So 4th down, direct snap, Shaquez Foster, end zone, touchdown. Mandarin scores. They elect to go for it on 4th down. Wasn't going to be denied the opportunity after the onside kick. Stayed true to his game plan, and they put points on the board first in tonight's matchup. Shaquez Foster on the 1 yard run. Great beast offense there. It's a type of offense that has majority blockers stacked to one side. We call it the beast offense. And it's almost one of those plays where you know it's coming. You have to line up. You have to match up with defense in order to stop what the offense can possibly do in that kind of formation. And on that play, First Coast did not stop. Extra point attempt here. It is up, and it is good. So Mandarin coming away with tonight's first touchdown and points. Extra point by Erman Medovic. He's also the kickoff guy. 7 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the first period of play. Let's see if Mandarin comes back out with some trickery, or they stick to the traditional style of football and kick it deep. And let's see what happens. Again, after last week's game against IMG Academy, it wasn't the best performance by Mandarin, by far. The scoreboard did not reflect the talent that Mandarin has for Mandarin that night, but in hindsight, the scoreboard did reflect the talent that IMG had. It was a 57-7 win for IMG Ascenders. So a pooch kick here for Mandarin high, recovered at the 27, goes to the right-hand side of the field, has a couple of lanes, and elects to go out of bounds. Kendrick Hurd on the return. About an 18-yard return there for Mr. Hurd. But that game last week for Mandarin was not a good one. So this week, Mandarin's looking for redemption. They're looking to put as many points on the scoreboard as they can in 48 minutes. That's the first touchdown. So First Coast coming out again in this new traditional shotgun. It seems like every team that has been playing high school football is in this shotgun formation. Flag on the play from the back judge. It's going to be a delay of game against the Buccaneers. It's going to back them up 5 yards. Actually, a false start against the Buccaneers. Didn't see that one. But that's the call. False start against the Buccaneers. 7:13 remaining in the first period of play here. 7-0. Bucks with the ball. 3 receivers set right. They're at the bottom of your screen. Shotgun formation. One back in the backfield. Quarterback gets it, keeps it himself, goes to the left-hand side of the field, has a couple of blockers and has a couple of defenders as well. Breaks a couple of tackles and finally brought down maybe a touchdown-saving tackle there. Tony Kennedy on the run. One of the highlighted players I focused on before the game. He's an athlete playing quarterback and safety, DB. Showing his wheels there and his maneuverability to break tackles. Come close to the line of game. A 6-yard gain on the play. Second down, 4 yards to go here for the Bucs. Again with the shotgun, 3 receiver set right. Sends motion, balls rolls on the ground and fell on by David Hunter. So almost a disastrous second play for the Buccaneers. They somehow retain possession of the ball after the mishap between quarterback center. Just rolls right between the legs of the quarterback and running back. Lucky there for the Buccaneers. Brings up a long third down conversion here now for the Bucs. Third down and about 13 yards to go. Ball's at the 50-yard line. Shotgun formation. Quarterback drops back. Looks in the middle of the field. Keeps it himself. Goes to the left-hand side of the field. Chased out of the pocket and hit out of bounds by number 44, Corey Matthews. Just a sophomore. Sorry, junior. Big junior, 6'2", 200-pound junior. You can see him here with the backside pressure. Just stayed consistent to the pressure, and it paid off for him right there at the 45-yard line, looks like. Oh, actually, yeah, it's at the 50-49. So 1 yard gain on the play for the Buccaneers, and another timeout being called
Here's a safety triple play. Stop, look,
by the Bucs.
and listen. Stop at the curve, look left, right, then left again. And listen for traffic. Whether you're 5 or 75, these 3 moves are the MVPs of pedestrian safety. Hashtag be safe, be seen.
So 4th down, about 12 yards to go here for the Buccaneers. They're going to elect to punt the ball on their first drive. High snap, slow snap, gets it off. Line drive, Bryson Wright, the returner, gets it at the 23. Reverses field, cuts back, being chased down, tripped up, and finally fell down. Almost lost the ball in the process of trying to make a play. So Mandarin comes out with the ball, flag on the play. Just not seeing that flag. Not sure what it's about. Ball is going to be spotted at the 21. You can see him there trying to make something happen. Oh, he just drops the ball. A little ambitious on the return. Kind of got ahead of himself and drops the ball. Luckily, he retains possession of the ball. Did not catch the penalty. Face mask or illegal hands to the face. I can't really see it from up top. Personal foul against Mandarin. So that's going to negate a short return and pin the Mustangs back on their 10-yard line. Annex, waiting for the ball. Gets it, drops back, throws to the right-hand side of the field. Got a receiver. Tion White on the reception. About a 5-yard gain on the play for the Mustangs. 2nd down and 5 coming up. 7-0 remains your score. 4:25 remaining in the first period of play. Mustangs come out again in a trip formation. Bryson in the middle of the trio there at the bottom of your screen. Hands off to the running back. Gains a couple of yards. Mr. Kyrie Wilson on the carry. Picks up positive yards on the play there. Almost close to the yard to gain for the Mustangs. Short. Brings up a 3rd down for the Mustangs. You see a big fella there. I think it was number 56 in on the tackle. Isaiah Jackson on the tackle. First down, Mustangs. Shotgun formation again. Bryson down at the bottom. Handoff to the running back. Goes in the middle field. Has a lane. Beats a tackler. And picks up about 12 yards on the run. Mr. Kyrie Wilson again with a big run. Moved in chains downfield. Trayshawn Martin on the tackle. You see Kyrie just opens up that speed as soon as he sees the hole and tries to get as many yards as he can downfield. First down, 10. Shotgun again, formation for Knox. 3 receiver down low. Drops back, looks right, has a receiver up top of the field. In and out off the tip fingers of the hands of Tion White. That other senior receiver I was mentioning before the game started, as he had the step on the defender, just could not make the connection there, as it brings up 2nd down on the incomplete pass. Not a regular thing Mr. Knox does. He barely throws incomplete pass, coming in with a high completion percentage in tonight's matchup. Shotgun formation again, reverse opening, maybe a messed up play there, and elects to keep it and maybe gets back to the original line of scrimmage. So minimum yards gained on the play. 3rd down and 8 coming up for the Mustangs. So 3rd down, no Bryson on the field. 3 receiver set left at the bottom of your screen. Shotgun formation, 1 receiver, 1 back in the backfield. Kyrie Wilson in the backfield. Quarterback gets it, drops back, looking left, flushed out of the pocket on his feet, makes a move, still on his feet, and finally brought down there near the 1st down marker. And he does get the 1st down on the play. Zach Sandel with the tackle on the drive. I'm going to call it a 9-yard pickup for Knox Annex. So Knox getting it done with his feet versus the arm tonight. Usually getting it done with his arm, but he elects to do it with his feet. Not a problem. 1st down gain. Kyrie Wilson gets the ball, makes a move. Still on his feet, making the move. Flag on the play. And brought down there after the hard run by number 5, Curtis Burgess of the Buccaneers. Holding is going to be the call against the Mustangs. So run's going to be negated with a 10-yard bonus mark negative against the Mustangs. You see First Coast Band there just keeping the energy alive in the stadium tonight. Hasn't really been all that quiet here. It's been very active by the band tonight. 1st down, 15 yards to go. Let's call it 16 yards to go. Maybe definitely a 26-yard penalty on that play from where he originally ran the ball. Handoff to number 21, goes up the middle of the field, makes a couple of moves, and tripped up there. So Aiden Owens on the carry. See Mr. Owens there getting some playing time. Good hard run. So it seems like that's going to be Mandarin's MO tonight. They're going to run the ball between the tackles, try to get as many yards as they can, look for whatever's open on the outside. And it looks like we have another flag on the play. False start against the Mustangs. Mustangs being a little sloppy here with 43 seconds remaining in the first period of play. Not the usual disciplined Mustangs that we usually see each Friday night. So it's going to be some adjustments that's going to have to be made in order for this team to look more efficient with playoff bounds and aspirations. Knox gets the ball, fake, throws, White, recept, dropped. In and out of the hands of Tion White. Had his guy with the one-on-one matchup, just could not hold on to the ball. So now we have 3rd down and 7 for the Mustangs. Bryson not in the game. 3 receivers set left. Kyrie Wilson, the running back. Knox drops back, looks right, throws right, has his guy. He's beyond the marker. Brody Jennings, not your average, that's Will Jones on the reception. Not your average receiver there, as he's playing a dual role tonight with wide receiver and DB. But he picks up the enough yardage after the catch to gain the Mustangs another first down. And at the end of the first quarter, your score remains 7-0. Mustangs with the lead and the ball. Ball's currently at the 43-yard line of the Buccaneers. And speaking of college stars, make sure you keep the Recruit TV tuned in. This season for Mandarin, these Mustangs have some absolutely must-see games coming up that you don't want to miss. We're talking about another district battle, playoff positioning, and more chances to see the explosive offense in action. When Mandarin takes the field, you know you're going to see something special. And the Recruit TV will be there for every snap. Again, I appreciate you guys for downloading the Recruit TV. It's currently right now on iOS, but we're working on it. We're working on getting the platform designed for Android, for Google, for any and every other platform that you may want to watch your favorite high school football team while you're on the go or you're at home. Either or, the Recruit TV is going to bring you that action only on this platform. So now we have 1st down 10. Will Jones with the reception on the last play. Bryson Wright returns to action. He's going to be the slot receiver on the left side. Shotgun formation, hand off to the running back, goes to the right-hand side of the field. Kyrie Wilson tripped up there by number 33, Connor McGill.
Tackled by number 33, Tion Williams.
About a 4-yard gain on the play. 2nd down, 6 yards to go for the Mustangs. So we get a little entertainment up here tonight from the First Coast High School Band. Knox sends motion. Handoff to the running back. Slips a tackler. Kyrie Wilson again on the carry. Trayshawn Martin on the tackle. Some good hard running there by Kyrie Wilson. Another sophomore. Short of the yard to gain, third down and about 3 yards to go here for the Mustangs. Bryce is going to be at the bottom of the screen with the one-on-one matchup. The shotgun formation, tight. And another flag on the play. It's going to be false start against the Mustangs. So 4 false start penalties here in the first half of play for Mandarin. So something's not right with the adjustment from the motion guy. He may move forward before he gets set. Something's going on to where Mandarin keep getting these particular flags in the form of false start. So now they go to a 3 receiver formation. Bryson at the top of your screen. Shotgun. Quarterback looks left, throws left, has Bryson one-on-one, has a step on him, and easily completed pass. Touchdown, Mandarin. So you got exactly what you was looking for, and it got exposed as soon as Knox Annis seen it. Easy 6 points for Bryson Wright. A 44-yard pass and catch from Knox Annex to Bryson Wright. Just a one-on-one matchup nightmare for number 2. I know he hated that matchup when he knew his assignment this weekend, Mr. Marley Moe. Extra point attempt here for the Mustangs is up and good. So Mandarin extends the lead by a score of 14-0 with a 43-yard reception from Bryson Wright here early in the second period of play, putting them up by a score of 14-0. Bucks looking to respond to the play, and that's something we discussed earlier in the game. How will the Bucks defense match up with that 6'2", 6'4" target of Bryson Wright? One-on-one matchup, you really can't get it done, but again, if you put the safety on top, you have number 15 down below. So it's a chess game being played here. Right now, Mandarin just took the queen of the Buccaneers. Be very interesting to see how the Bucks respond on their first drive. I think a total of 7 plays was ran. Ended in a punting situation. Recovered by Bryson. Long line drive kick that's going to sail from the 10 all the way into the end zone, requiring a touchback call from the umpire. And that's going to set the ball at the 20-yard line of the Buccaneers. First down and 10 coming up for First Coast. So first drive for First Coast, like I say, a 7-play drive, maybe around 23 yards gained on that drive. Not a real long drive. That's something that First Coast needs to do. They need to learn how to extend the drive. Keeping Mandarin's offense on the field is going to result in more points being scored. So let's see what happens here for the Buccaneers here in the second period of play. And out to the running back there. Tries to make a move up the middle of the field and goes nowhere as a host of defenders tackled him at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of 1 yard. No yards lost on the play. So second down coming up for the Bucks. Down 14, a very conservative play here. Looking for something a little more explosive, a little more, something that's going to give the offense a little more life. That run play looked like it was almost dead from the beginning, as it was deemed dead at the line of scrimmage by the referee. Second down, 10 yards to go for the Buccaneers. Shotgun formation. 3 receivers set right. 2 receivers set right. 1 left. Single back in the backfield. Quarterback gets it. Rolls to the right-hand side of the field. Looks downfield. Wants to throw and dumps it out to the intended receiver. Kendrick Hurd. Incomplete pass. Just looked like he was trying to dump it down to him, but just wanted to get rid of the ball. Didn't want to take another loss of yards there on the play. See here, just a 4-man rush. Number 24 coming in with the blitz. Just gets it out of his hand and in the area beyond the original, the line of scrimmage. Makes it a legal pass out of bounds. Third down, 10. 3 receivers set right. Sends motion left. Empty backfield, shotgun. Gets it, drops back, throws right. Has a guy off the fingertips. Intended receiver was Marley Moe. So nothing on that play. And it brings up a 4th down here for the Buccaneers. So again, another 3 and out, or the first 3 and out, but it won't work in the Buccaneers' favor if they can't extend the drive. So 3 and out leaves them no option but to punt the ball. Number 1 is going to be a returner. He's going to be at the 50, punting from the 10-yard line. Special teams for the Buccaneers has to play a special game today. All aspects of the game. We have another flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
Offsides against the Mustangs. So that's about 7 penalties here
Offside.
for the Mandarin Mustangs. Very sloppy football being played as they strive for excellence with the aspirations of winning a district and state championship. Those things has to be corrected. Now we have a timeout, First Coast. So maybe they're thinking, look, we're down 14, 8:56 left. I mean, yeah, it's going to be crazy if we don't get this 4th down conversion. But, what do you think? Do you think we're going to go for it, or let's just stick to traditional football, punt the ball, give our defense a chance to defend our goal, and let's see what we can do. That penalty may have changed their mind just a little bit. Not sure. We'll see. Maybe the head coach wants to be a little aggressive. Met him as I was on the sidelines earlier in the game. Nice fella. Say he came out of First Coast High School in 1999. Now he's the head coach of First Coast High School, which is that should be an awesome feeling to actually coach at your alma mater. But on the back end of things too, it can get very iffy and touchy when you're underperforming at your alma mater. That's a double-edged sword there. That I don't know. Maybe he signed up for it, but he has it now. So I was right. 4th down, they are going to go for it instead of punting the ball. And now Mandarin calls a timeout. So like I say, this chess match is being played right now. Mandarin has taken in chess form First Coast's queen. Came out, threatening to move the queen around the board and take position. And Mandarin sets the trap, takes the queen. Now First Coast has to fight back with no queen on the board, while Mandarin still has all their pieces looking to put points on the board. If they stop him here, Mandarin's going to receive the ball at the 25-yard line, right? That's an easy touchdown opportunity for the Mustangs. But the head coach, the young head coach, is going to be a little brave here, a little ambitious. He's going to go for it. Fourth down and about 5 yards to go. So they come out with 3 receivers at the top of your screen. Sends motion left, shotgun formation, 1 back in the backfield. Now they make it doubles on both sides. Movement up front again by the Mustangs, and just like that, the Mustangs may have given First Coast the hope they needed, a first down. Offsides against the Mustangs. And that does move them beyond the markers and give the Buccaneers a first down. So another undisciplined play here by the Mustangs. Leading now, it leads to extend the drive, whereas they had them in a punting situation all the way from the 10-yard line. Extended the drive by two penalties. Now Buccaneers with the ball again. Quarterback gets it, keeps it again, and tracked down in the backfield. Beautiful hit there. Looked like it was almost a safety hit there by number 1, Bryson Wright, as he came in. I don't know where from, but just flashed on the screen and tackled the quarterback as he tried to get around the corner unsuccessfully. You see here, didn't know exactly where to come, and then just out of nowhere, Bryson with a hit. Another dual player. Doesn't really get talked about that much because he plays safety. He shares the role, I think, with Keon Herron back there. But currently he's playing safety right now. He has a pick 6 already in the season. Quarterback gets it, drops back, rolls to the right-hand side of the field, looks in the middle of the field. Has his guy, has a step in, caught a reception on the play there by Jalen Pollard. Picks up a first down for First Coast. Clock still rolling down now to 7:56 remaining in the first half of play. You can see our quarterback dropping back, looking downfield. Had a receiver kind of throw off his back leg a little bit, but it just enough over the defender, Mario Pratt, and picks up a first down for the Buccaneers. Shotgun situation again. Quarterback gets it, keeps it himself, goes up the left-hand side of the field, and tackled down there. A hard tackle. Tamaj Mitchell with the hard tackle on Tony Kennedy, the athlete quarterback. It draws a flag on the play. So 7 versus 7. Mandarin 7 wins that particular battle. Referee's going to get together to discuss the penalty, make sure they get the right call. Any unsportsmanlike infraction or personal foul infraction garnered against a player could be detrimental to their continuing of the game. Any player that receives 2 infractions of unsportsmanlike will be ejected automatically from the game. So it's going to be very important to get this call right, making sure they get the right player identified and penalized. To make sure. Personal foul against the Mustangs. Personal foul is going to go 2 personal fouls against the Mustangs and 1 against the First Coast Buccaneers. So from the 2, they would have normally been offset, but since it's 2 personal fouls going against the Mustangs, 15 yards is going to be imposed against the Mustangs. So again, another flag penalty, whereas Mandarin's helping the First Coast Buccaneers gain yardage in this drive. You can see here a host of tacklers just gets them Number 33 in there on the scrimmage, on the hard tackle. Keyshawn Douglas. I mean, that's good football. That's good, hard football. Yeah, listen for the whistle if you can hear it in the commission of a tackle. It's kind of hard to stop your body and draw that player back. You have to continue with your momentum of what you was doing and just, call it football. It's a gladiator sport. It's not made to be played softly. It's kind of a violent sport that a lot of people love. I'm one of them. So a 15-yard penalty against the Mustangs puts the Buccaneers inside Mandarin's territory, with the ball being spotted at the 34-yard line. Trip formation for the Bucs. Shotgun. Single back in the backfield. Single receiver at the bottom of the screen. Looking left, throws left, has a receiver, has a step on him, goes inside, flag on the play. Intended for Jalen Parks. I'm pretty sure that penalty is going to be pass interference, against the Mustangs. Penalty number 12 in tonight's matchup. 11 has gone towards the Mustang. (14-0) remains your score. Now the Buccaneers have the ball at the 20-yard line. So it's first down, 10, timeout, Mustangs. I'm pretty sure the coach is over there reaming a new you-know-what. Because there's no way you start this drive with a 3-and-out. Get all the way down to where fourth down conversion, fourth and about 15. The punter set fourth and about 12, something of the nature. The punter set to kick the ball from the 10-yard line. Penalty after penalty after penalty. You give First Coast a chance. They get a first down on that drive. Now they're all the way down to the 20-yard line of the Mustangs in the same drive. This game has district implications on it. I don't know what Mandarin's thinking right now, but the type of football they're playing now versus the type of football they played last week is almost looking simultaneously. It's looking the same. Pretty sure at halftime the coach is going to tell these guys something needs to change. First down, 10 yards to go for the Buccaneers. Shotgun formation, handoff to the running back, goes up the middle of the field, takes a tackler with him, dragging the carrier ball tackler with him. Bryson with another tackle. Tony Kennedy on the run. What an athlete from First Coast making a difference today.
All right, Buccaneers, so let's hear it for
No
the
offers as of yet. But if he keep playing like this tonight, he will receive some offers. This is a good game he's playing tonight. Both sides of the field. Second down, 6 yards to go, 4-yard gain on the previous play. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers at the bottom of the screen. Kennedy in the backfield. Quarterback drops back, looks up, rolls out of the pocket, being chased down. Makes a couple of moves and brought down there. Kendrick Outland with the initial pressure in the backfield, forcing a tackle at the original line of scrimmage. So short of the line to gain, backs him up actually a couple yards. So third down and about 7 yards to go for the Bucs. Buccaneers looking for something to ignite a fire to try and get some points on this scoreboard. It's 14-0. They still have a lot of football left to be played. Still early in the game. Put points on the scoreboard here now. It's a ball game. Quarterback gets it, drops back, have plenty of time in the backfield. Finally rolls out, slips down as he was about to throw. Ball comes out. They're going to say he's down there. I mean, plenty of time in the backfield to throw the ball. Nobody's open. Great defensive coverage there by the Mustangs. You see him rolling out there. Great blocking. A little push there. A little friendly shove there by the big guy, number 71, for the First Coast Buccaneers, Marcus Small. Guess he got called for that penalty because it's going to be backed up 10 yards. Holding against the offense and holding against the defense. So it's an offsetting penalty. Replay the down. Third down, 7. Bucks with the momentum. Looking to strike here on this drive. This is about a 13-play drive right now. Empty backfield. 4 receivers set right. Top of your screen. 1 receiver set left. Sends motion left. Stays with the man coverage. Quarterback looks right, throws right, has the coverage he wanted. Jump ball, 50-50, and in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Marty Moe. Had the matchup he was looking for against the 6'4" Bryson Wright. Actually, that was number 7, Bryson on the coverage coming from safety. Tamaj Mitchell on the coverage. So now 4th down. You went for 4th down on 20. You doggone right you're going to go for it on their 20. 4th down, 6 yards to go. 2 receivers set high. 2 receivers set left. 1 back in the backfield. Quarterback drops back, looks right, throws the ball. 50-50 ball again. Has it. No call on the play. And it will be a turnover on down, so perfect coverage there by the defender. Maybe Kyrie Wilson on the defense, I'm not sure yet. So the quarterback looking for a matchup, found what he was looking for. Mr. Mitchell again on the coverage. Perfect seatbelt coverage, locked down, turnover on downs, 1st down, Mandarin.
All right, folks, here's a quick play for everyone. Use the crosswalk every time. Whether you're heading to school, practice, or home from a game, make eye contact with drivers and wait for the signal. That's how we all score big in safety. Hashtag be safe, be seen.
So what an interesting drive there for the First Coast Buccaneers, looking and threatening to score points on the board, just to give the scoreboard a little more better visibility. It's 14-0. Buccaneers looking to put anything up. They failed on that drive. Started all the way down, 4th down, 10 yards to go from the 13. Getting ready to punt the ball from the 10-yard line and managed to get the ball all the way down to the 20, only to turn it over on 4th down. So now the Mustangs start with 1st and 10. Quarterback gives it to Shaquez Foster as he moves the pile forward, still on his feet. No whistle blown yet, and now down there after maybe a 7-8 yard gain. Wanted to play for Mr. Foster. Second down, 3 to go. 4 minutes, 28 seconds remaining in the first half of play. 14-0 remains your score. Shotgun formation. Hands it to the running back. Goes to the left-hand side of the field looking for a lane. Has blockers and brought down beyond the line to gain. Shaquez Foster again on the run.
First down, Mustangs.
Brought down there by a host of tacklers from First Coast. You see here Shaquez getting to the outside and just falling down. Number 9 of the Buccaneers quick to make the first hit, Zach Sandel. Mustangs get another first down. Ball's at the 30. Hand out to the running back, stuffed in the backfield. Feet still moving as a pile is as well. Shaquez Foster on another hard run for the Mustangs. So now the coach being a little conservative as he's heading into the halftime. I guess not wanting to give up no big plays on defense for the First Coast, but 4 straight run plays to start this third drive for the Mustangs. Shotgun formation again. 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Quarterback drops back, knocks, throws, middle of the field, has a receiver, 3 catches. And down there, 37-yard pass and catch for the Mandarin Mustangs. Will Jones on the reception. So coach proving me wrong as he's not being conservative. Makes a nice pass and catch there between Knox Annex and Will Jones as they get inside First Coast's territory. First down, 10 to go. Annex sits back. Shotgun. Sends motion left. Fake to the running back. Flushed out of the pocket. Throws in the middle of the field. Has a receiver cutting cross again. Tion White on the touchdown reception from Knox Annex. 34-yard pass and catch for the Mandarin Mustangs. With 2 minutes remaining in the first half of play. There's that guy I was speaking of earlier, Tion White. If you're looking for Bryson, you can cover him all day, but you still have that threat of number 15. So he's getting on the board here early. Extends the score to 20-0. Extra point attempt is coming up to extend the score to 21-0. And First Coast just looking a little helpless at the moment. Kick is up and good. So now your score 21-0. Mandarin making it look easy without number 1, Bryson Wright. He does have a touchdown on the game today, in the game. But getting it done on that drive was Tion White.
Without good sportsmanship, during the athletic contest, the educational lessons learned quickly lose their value.
Down to the last 2 minutes of this first half, Mandarin doing what they came in to do. They have high expectations of getting deep inside the playoff bracket. So every game is a test. Every game is a challenge to do better than you did last game. That's the personal challenge that should be on every player's helmet. Do better than you did last game. That will be the only way you get deep down inside that playoff bracket. Mandarin set to kick. Nice driving kick, recovered at the 5-yard line. Makes a couple of tackles miss, still on his feet to the left-hand side, looking to spark the crowd up a little bit, as he does. And brought down there by Tion White, another special team player. I want to say David Hunter. I'm sorry. Tony Kennedy on the return. Wrapped up there by Keyshawn Douglas. Making it a little difficult for the Buccaneers starting inside. Well, on their side of the field. Ball's going to be spotted at the 23-yard line. Waiting for the chains to get set. Can't have a legal play of football without the chains being set. It's one of those things. Now they have it done. Shotgun formation for the Buccaneers. Sends motion. Reverses field. Rolls out right. Throws right. Has his guy intercepted. Oh, in and out of the hands of Bryson Wright. What a reaction time play. Behind on the coverage. Turned around in the nick of time to see the ball and thought he had the ball. That would have been a lovely interception to record. Just couldn't retain possession as he goes to the ground with the ball. Nonetheless, incomplete pass, second down coming up for First Coast. Well, Bryson trying to record one on offense and defense tonight. He did actually one time. First player in high school history to record a special team. Tackle in the backfield there by 18, Mario Pratt. Tony Kennedy on the run. But, yeah, first player in high school ever to record a touchdown on offense, defense, and special teams. It was one of those games where you had to be there to see it. It was a spectacular night for Mr. Bryson Wright. He gave the crowd their money's worth and left a lasting impression that will be in the record books for the rest of his life. Great job by the young man there. Third down 10. Buccaneers has the ball. 47 seconds remaining in the first half. Now the Buccaneers stops the clock with their final timeout. Not sure about the strategy there of letting the clock run down all the way to 43 seconds and then stopping the clock. You have 10 yards to go. It's third down. You still have 10 yards to go. Your goal is to let that clock run. If you're not going to try to advance the ball into the end zone, or you're not going to try to pick up a first down, let that clock run, go to the half, get your bearings back in order, come back looking to fight another battle. You're not down by a lot of points. 21 points, 3 touchdowns. You can do that in 6 minutes. Seen it happen. You're not down by a lot of football. Play ball. Don't play conservative because you're down. But again, not sure why take the timeout, their final timeout with 43 seconds remaining. But they have third down, 10 yards to go. Hopefully they can pick up 10 yards on this drive. Other than that, Mandarin do have one timeout left. Plus, they will have good field position if something happens. So, third down 10, shotgun formation, 3 receiver at the top of your screen. Quarterback gets it, drops back, flushed out of the pocket, looking downfield, makes the throw to the sideline, catches it, and they pick up the first down. Now, the clock's going to continue to run once the chains get set. but 35 seconds remaining. Seems to be a hurry-up offense for the Buccaneers. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers again, set right, 1 left. Been going to the bottom receiver a lot lately, as they do again. Has him again towards the sideline. So excellent game plan in there by the First Coast Buccaneers as they pick up 2 first downs on 2 pass plays, only burning 12 seconds off of the clock. 20 seconds remaining, 13 seconds off the clock, I'm sorry, 23. 20 seconds remaining in the first half of play. Again, shotgun formation. 1 back in the backfield. Quarterback gets it, drops back, pressured, and wrapped up and brought down there by number 44, Corey Matthews, on the sack, but it's a flag in the backfield. Holding. They're probably going to decline. As they do decline that penalty, clock will mature on as soon as the ball gets set. This probably will be the last play of this first half. You can see there Mr. Corey Matthews and Kendrick Outland wrap him up in the backfield. So ball set, 10-9. First Coast in motion. Last play of the game. Screen underneath. Has his guy pressured and brought down. Not fooled at all. Kendrick Outland again on the tackle. Great pursuit by the Mandarin Mustangs, who stops the action before it happens and stops First Coast in their tracks, leaving the score 14-0. Mandarin with the lead. If you cannot do anything else in halftime, talk to your players. Tell them you're not out of the ball game. You're only down 3 touchdowns. You have plenty of football left to play. Look, high school football is about more than just Friday night lights. It's about discovering the next generation of talent before anyone else knows their name. That's exactly what the Recruit TV delivers week after week. From game-changing plays to breakout performances, we bring you closer to the action and the stories that matter. This is where legends are born, and we're here to capture every moment. Stay tuned, folks, and thank you again for downloading Recruit TV. We will be back after halftime. And we are back to this Mandarin versus First Coast football game here with the Recruit TV. Glad you joined us tonight. It's been a good game thus far. 21-0 is going to be your score. Mandarin with the lead, moving the ball as well. Defensively, I thought First Coast would have had a better game plan. Bryson hasn't really been that active, but you have to account for the other receiver that's down there, Tion White. He scored, Bryson scored, and I want to say Shaquez Foster may have scored. I'm not sure, but they're doing an okay job, but they're not doing the best job. You know why I say that? Because they haven't gotten any points on the board. They're struggling right now to move the ball. 3 and out. They had one good drive, but it was because Mandarin was shooting themselves in the foot. And that was the only reason why First Coast moved that ball down the field. Now we'll see the second half if First Coast can consistently move this ball down the field to push Mandarin back on their edges a little bit, back on their heels. Get them going backwards just a little bit. It's not the easiest job to do, but it's an obtainable job. You can actually set that forward as a task and complete your task. Will it happen? Was that the speech that was had at halftime for First Coast? We don't know. For Mandarin, it has to be the self-inflicted wounds. 12 penalties, 13 penalties, 12 of them belong to Mandarin in the first half of play. Don't know how you become successful with 13 penalties in one half of football. But 21-0 remains the score. Mandarin with the ball as they kick the ball off to start the game. They're going to receive it in the second half of play. And maybe, just maybe, extend the score a little more here in the second half. Remember, these are huge implications that we had coming in today's matchup. Like I said, the Mustangs, they come in 4-1. They've scored 42, 54. 40-point average over the last, 4 or 5 games? Down a little bit. They didn't have the best game, 57-7 against I'm going to put the emphasis on the IMG Academy. That's not just a regular team. That is the IMG Academy that plays all around the United States. So we're not going to hold that strike against Mandarin. But they have to get back on track to put up 40 points in this contest, in this matchup. They're halfway there in the first half, which is good. But self-inflicted wounds. It's getting the best of them. You know what sets the Recruit TV apart from everyone else? We don't just show you the games, we show you the future stars of college football before they become household names. Take tonight's game, for instance. You're watching players who will be suiting up for major college programs in just a few years. That's the power of Recruit TV. We're your front row seat to tomorrow's college superstars. As you can tell from the broadcast that you're streaming only on the Recruit TV. So if you're seeing this game right now, that means you downloaded the app. We thank you for doing that. We encourage you to tell a friend. Call someone you may know and say, hey, the game's on. Come to the Recruit TV. I'm going to send you the link. Download it. Come watch your favorite football team play football. Just so happens tonight, it's Mandarin and First Coast. Not the best performance from Mr. Bryson Wright, B5, as they call him. But he's scored, and he's been playing some pretty good defense as well. Almost had a beautiful, it's almost like a blinded interception. Behind in coverage, just turns around at the last second, sticks his hands out there, and it's almost like a magnet. It attracts the ball. This particular time, it was in and out of the hands before they can call it a completion. So that would have been nice to see, a nice highlight. Not as good as that one-handed catch he made in the flag football game for the Jacksonville Jaguars, my home team. I mean, that was a spectacular athletic catch. Not the easiest thing to do by far. So Mandarin set to receive the ball. First Coast is set to kick the ball. We're just waiting on the umpires here now to start play of the second half of football.
Attention, attention. The drones cannot be above the field. I repeat, the drones cannot be above the field. Thank you.
Got a little warning there. Got some drone activity out here. First Coast set to kick the ball. Low driving kick. It's going to be bounced and recovered at the 10-yard line. Bryson Wright's going to be returned, man. Breaks the tackle, goes up there and tripped up there by number 33. Keyshawn, no, not Keyshawn Douglas, I'm sorry. Connor McGill. All right, Corian Williams, as I heard the announcer. Maybe he has a different roster for me, but all right, yeah. Well, we'll just call it that. See Bryson there getting upfield on the return. He's kind of frustrated himself. He's looking for a better performance from tonight. This is not the most competitive First Coast team that they have, so Bryson's looking to do something special in this matchup, as they should. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers set left, 2 right. Knocks, drops back, throws the ball, has a receiver in and out of the hands of Oh, intercepted. Intercepted by First Coast and pushed out of bounds. So in and out of the hands of Shaquez Foster. Almost a reception, and First Coast gets the ball back in great field position with great field territory position. So now Mandarin coming out, throwing the interception on the first drive of the second half. See exactly what happened here on that interception. Knox throws it to him in and now reflected off the shoulder pads. And he picks it up, and I'm talking about he was trying to get to the house. Again, Connor McGill on the interception. I'm sorry. Terran Williams on the interception. Okay, here we go. First down, 10 yards to go. Ball's at the 23-yard line. Shotgun situation. Hands to the running back. Makes a couple of moves. Still on his feet. Breaks a tackle. And push back there. Number 1 leading the charge on the tackle. Positive yards gained on the play. Third down, 3 yards to go. Hand out to the running back again. Stopped in the backfield. Nowhere to go. So Mandarin playing excellent defense here, forcing a 3-and-out from the First Coast Buccaneers. But First Coast not being your traditional football team. They've gone for it on 2 fourth-down possessions thus far. Deep inside their own territory right now. I'm sorry, deep inside Mandarin's territory, down by 21 points early in the second half of play. It's not a bad situation to go for. Actually, it's going to be third down and about 4 yards to go. So waiting on the yard markers over there to flip.
When I say Bucks, you say nation. Bucks.
But that's exactly what's been happening here for the Buccaneers. I mean, being a little tenacious on the play calling, just trying to get something going here for this Buccaneer team. Some kind of penalty on the play that moves the Buccaneers closer towards the end zone and gives them a first down. So, again, Mandarin shooting themselves in the foot and giving the Buccaneers yards first and goal. Ball's at the 9-yard line. Actually, no. They're going to say it's at the 10-yard line. It's going to be first and 10. Ball's at the 11. Shotgun formation. Bucks in motion left. Single back in the backfield. Quarterback gets it, rolls to the right-hand side of the field, has a receiver in the back of the end zone, and a little underthrown. Number 11, Jalen Pollard, was your intended receiver on the play. Had the matchup again he was looking for. Kind of their MO there, rolling out and making that completion. Has the protection he needs, has the coverage he needed. Kyrie Wilson there on the coverage. Step behind there of Mr. Pollard. Second down. 10 yards to go, and seems like the referee, there's a little confusion going on.
For the drones over the field, you cannot be.
So they're going to stop the play from the drones that's being flown over the field from both teams as they gain footage, for film study. Very crucial part to getting better in this high school football. They stop the clock for that. They're going to resume play here. And you can see the drone flying there. And hand out to the running back, goes to the midfield. Still on 3 balls on the ground. Good recovery there by one of the offensive linemen. Number 61 made a great recovery, diving recovery. Jeremiah Casas with maybe the recovery of the game. If he doesn't recover that ball at that moment, this game is over. Mandarin wins. But now he extends the drive a little more. First Coast still has the ball. Deep inside Mandarin's territory. About 8 yards to go for a first down. Inches before the goal line. Shotgun. Quarterback gets it, drops back, look right, throws right, has a receiver again in the back of the end zone. In and out off the fingertips of number 4, Ja'Cory Matthews was your intended receiver. They have the one-on-one matchups, just can't make that connection. Again, Kyrie Wilson on the coverage there. A decent coverage. Could have been a little better. He was one step behind, which was okay because the ball was overthrown in that situation. But normally, that one step can cost you 6 points. Saved by an overthrow. Quarterback gets it, drops back, rolls out again to the right-hand side of the field, throws in the back of the end zone, caught. Touchdown. Touchdown, First Coast. Tony Kennedy on the touchdown reception. Sorry, David Hunter is the quarterback. Not sure exactly. I thought it was Tony Kennedy. Number 27 is the receiver. The touchdown was on number 27 on that play. Jalen Parks with the reception. So First Coast MO is rolling out passes. They've did rollout passes, and finally it pays off for them as they score early in the second half of play. Extra point attempt is good. Flag on the play. So we'll see exactly what the flag is about. Touchdown will be good. And we have an injured player on the field. Maybe cramping up in this humid Jacksonville, Florida weather. It's about a nice 85 degrees right now. I think that's going to be our low for tonight. Supposed to have rain tonight, but we're not going to have any now. Clear skies. It says it's 77, which I doubt very seriously. It feels more like 85 at 8:05 in the afternoon. So a very humid night here in First Coast Stadium, and one of the players may have been cramping. So he'll get to the sideline, get a little pickle juice there, a little electrolytes, maybe a liquid IV. Those things are pretty good, by the way. Free advertisement, sorry. Thank me later. 21-7 now is your score. Beautiful executed drive there after the interception from First Coast, and puts them up. As you see who's on the ground, number 1, Mr. B5, Bryson Wright, cramping a little. And he's going to walk off on his own. Get a little water there and making sure, again, that kid right there is worth a lot of zeros right now playing high school football. Booming kick, and it's going to be down in the end zone, which requires a touchback for the Mustangs. Coming up, 1st and 10, Mustangs. Ball's going to be spotted at the 20. So, yeah, Mr. Bryson over there, he has a five-figure NIL deal. Name, image, likeness. With trading cards. Yeah. You're going to see him in trading cards, promoting trading cards. I love what they did with the NIL. It gives a chance for, these good players to make some money off themselves, Good for them. 1st down 10. Mandarin again starting from their 20. Knox waits, gets the ball. Running back, Kyrie Wilson drops his shoulder and stopped there by a host of tacklers from the Buccaneers team. So a little stalemate there at the line of scrimmage. Good defensive pressure by First Coast there. I like to see those big guys get in the backfield, though. Stalemating up front is nice, but you're a big guy. You're my front four. I need you in the backfield. I need you causing havoc right there. Shotgun again for Knox. Hands off to the running back. Kyrie Wilson again goes to the left-hand side of the field, breaking tackles and moving forward. And Zach Sandel pushes him back a little bit after the play. 9 minutes remaining in the 3rd period of play here. 21-7. Look. 21 points, 0, right? In the first half of play, right? 7 points. This game here has district playoff implications. Meaning, if somehow, some way, First Coast Buccaneers win this game, they're going to have home field advantage. If they win their district out. That's on the line for Mandarin as well. They're looking to get all the home field advantage they can. They have a really good team, and they need to have home field advantage to get deeper into the playoff system. So 3 receivers set at the bottom of the screen. Hand off again to the running back, being very conservative on the play calling. Aiden Owens on the carry. So positive yards gained there on the play. Brings up 2nd down. Let's say about 4 yards to go. Hand off to Kyrie Wilson, makes a couple of moves towards the line to gain. And And that last little oomph gives him enough yardage to pick up another Mandarin first down. So a couple backs getting the start here tonight in the second half. Kyrie Wilson has seen touches. Aiden Owens has seen touches as well. Shaquez Foster, the starting running back, he's seen touches as well. So three-headed monster. For the Mandarin Mustangs tonight on the run game. Shotgun situation again for Mandarin. Two receivers at the bottom of the screen. Quarterback drops back. Knox rolls out to the right-hand side of the field. Takes a shot downfield. Has this guy. Caught. Number 15. You got it. Tion White again with another 53-yard touchdown. Mustangs. One receiver's out. Another one. Tion, the guy I mentioned. I told you. You have to account for both receivers. It's not only the Bryson Wright show, it's the Tion White show as well. You can see Bryson just went out with a cramp not too long ago, hasn't returned in the ball game, but that hasn't stopped the rhythm of the Mandarin Mustangs. Beautiful pass and catch there by Knox and Mr. White. Nicely thrown ball. That's an NFL type throw ball there. Across his body, perfect placement on the ball, and he just glides into the end zone. Uncontested. Extra point is up and good. Now Mandarin gets their lick back, taking a touchdown back away from the Buccaneers, extending the score again by 21. 28-7 is your score. 7 minutes remaining in the third period of play. Mandarin with the lead.
Sportsmanship stresses positive values that are so important to the development of our leaders of tomorrow. The Gateway Conference reminds us to set a good example by displaying good sportsmanship every time you attend an athletic event.
Look, high school football is all about more than just Friday nights. It's about discovering the next generation of talent before anyone else knows their name. That's exactly why the Recruit TV delivers, week after week. From game-changing plays to breakout performances, we bring you closer to the action and the stories that matter. This is where legends are born, and we're here to capture every moment. That's the experience that you're getting right now with the Recruit TV. So Mandarin set to kick the ball off. Low line drive kick is going to be recovered there at the 5-yard line. Jogs to the 10, 15, 20, 25, flag on the play, and he jumps out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Tony Kennedy on the return for the Buccaneers.
That's Tony Kennedy with the return just past the 25-yard line.
Holden against the Buccaneers. So that will negate the carry and back him up all the way to the 13-yard line. And that's where the Buccaneers will start this drive from. First down, 10 to go. We have a return, as you can see on the screen there. Number 1, Bryson is back in the ball game. Guess that liquid IV worked. Shotgun formation, sends motion left. He's got to wait for that receiver to get set. Keeps it himself, goes to the left-hand side of the field, has blockers, and tackled down on the play by Caden Bryant.
That is David Hunter,
coming in from his free safety position. Maybe playing a little nickel there. Another good tackle by the Mandarin Mustang. That probably could have been a touchdown saving tackle. nothing but Pater in front of him if that tackle wasn't made at that
Come on,
moment.
Buck Nation. Let's show some love for the football.
5-yard gain on the play. Second down. Was that third down? And 5 to go. Hand out to the running back. Goes up the middle of the field. Stop there. Almost at the line of scrimmage. Stanley Peters is the tackler. For the Mustangs. Now we at third down. Okay. Third down, 5 yards to go. 4 yards to go for the Buccaneers. About a 2-yard gain on the last play. Ball's spotted at the 20-yard line. 5:15 remaining in the third period of play. 28-7 is your score. Quarterback gets it, keeps it himself. Decides to pick up the yardage for himself. He does. Still on his feet, makes a couple of moves. Bryson, the lone tackler, and he gets him down in a very convincing way. Mr. David Hunter on the carry. Bryson right on the tackle. Nice carry. Oh, that determination is going to get him a long way. But the opposition had just as much determination to stop him from scoring on that play. But he does pick up another first down for the Buccaneers. Ball's now at the 32-yard line. Their own 32-yard line. Shotgun formation. Quarterback drops back, rolls right, pressured in the backfield, makes the throw, and the catch is made as well. Bryson again on the tackle. Jalen Pollard is your receiver. So Mr. David Hunter getting it done in tonight's matchup. A rollout style quarterback, as 85% of his completions has been on the run. And we have another timeout there by the Buccaneers.
All right, Buck Nation. Eyes up. No matter if you're walking or biking, stay off your phone and keep your ears open. A winning play means paying attention to the road, not your screen. Hashtag be safe, be seen.
So 28-7 is your score. 4:16 remaining in the third period of play.
All right, once again.
Humidity playing a major role in today's game. Bryson already went down one time from cramps, and I think he's down again on the sideline, cramping as well again. First Coast with the ball, first down, second down. 5 yards to go. Shotgun formation, empty backfield. Quarterback gets it, drops it back, rolls to the right-hand side of the field. Has his guy caught. Another pass and catch by Marley Moe. So rolling away from their sideline has been the key to success for the First Coast Buccaneers. Another passing catch from Mr. David Hunter to Marley Moe. But we did have a flag on the play. It looks like a holding call as the umpire walks off 10 yards on the play.
First, you say coach. First.
So they're going to replay that play now. Third down, 15 yards to go. Buccaneers with the ball. Ball's at the 26-yard line. Empty backfield for the Bucs. 4 receivers up top of your screen. Single receiver set left. You know he likes to roll out when he throws the ball. Rolling out again. Keeps it, tucks it, roll down the sideline to the 40, 50. Still on his feet. Knocks a Mandarin defender out of bounds on the play. Ignites a spark from the crowd. Maybe exactly what the Buccaneers needed to get momentum back in this game. As David Hamilton picks up the first down. David Hunter, picks up a first down for the Buccaneers. 23-yard run by David Hunter of the Bucs. You can see here his MO is rolling out every time. As soon as he tucks that ball, he's determined, oh, I'm running. It's not happening, and delivers the blow. I mean, he's not going to be happy about that footage in the morning when he sees that. That was not what you come to a Friday night game and want to do. He stops the carrier from getting yardage. That's good, but, you know, might end up on somebody highlight. First down, 10 yards to go for the Bucs. Ball's at the 50-yard line. They spot him at the 50. Shotgun, quarterback change, high throw, jump ball, intercepted looked like. And it is incomplete. Great positioning there by Keon Herron on the play, in and out. Another opportunity for the Mustangs to capitalize off a mistake that First Coast makes, but they could not. But it was an incomplete pass, brings up a third down for the Buccaneers. Jalen Parks on the intended receiver. Now your quarterback is Tony Kennedy. Not unless David came back, probably a little tired after that nice run, that first down run. Hard snap, doesn't fool anybody. 3 receiver set left, ball's loose on the ground. He's going to fall on it. So David Hunter returns to the game and almost loses possession of the ball. Quarterback center exchange wasn't perfect. You see there a nice snap, just wasn't focused, and he had to fall on it. Loss of about 8 yards on that play. So now First Coast shooting themselves in the foot, backing up on mistakes being made on their own. Third down, about 18 yards to go for the Buccaneers. Ball's at the 40-yard line. Started off with the ball on their own 50, at the 50 rather. So now it's third down at 20. Ball's at the 40-yard line. 4 receivers at the top of your screen. Empty backfield again. 28-7, you score. Quarterback drops back, roll left, taking a shot, middle of the field, has his guy. Low pass, incomplete pass. So First Coast trying to get something downfield, has their guys in open space, just can't make that connection, as that was being tracked down by one of the Mandarin defenders, almost nearly intercepted there. So that might have been a good thing if that ball was underthrown. It could have been a little higher, and Mandarin probably would have got that ball again. So it forces First Coast into a 4th down situation. Punting situation. Not very overzealous here to go for it on this particular spot on the field. Down by 21 points. You have 20 yards to go to pick up a first down. Not realistic to make it. But, again, Mandarin making mistakes. Flag on the play. If I'm seeing it correctly, it's going to be offsides. No. False start against the Buccaneers. So Mandarin escaping another shot to the foot as First Coast picks up that bullet and shoots themselves in the foot with a false start. Backs him up another 5 yards. So now they're punting from the 35-yard line. Punters has his heels on the 24-yard line. Returners at the 30 of Mandarin. Set, high snap, Oh, he's going to run it. He would not kick it. He's going to try to pick up the yardage himself. Number 41, the punter, did not get that yardage. Elijah Gooden, the punter, tried to make something happen, wasn't mobile enough to get the yardage he needed, and he's going to force a turnover on downs against the First Coast Buccaneers. First down and 20 coming up for the Mustangs. You see there, high punt, had the opportunity to still get the kickoff, tried to play hero ball, goes to the wrong side of the field, and could not advance the ball past the yard to gain on that play. So a little sloppy football being played here tonight by both teams. Mandarin just so happens to be the better, sloppier team here tonight. So now it's first down 10. Ball's at the 26. Hand off to Keon Heron. Left-hand side of the field, picks up close to 10 yards on the play. Sorry, Aiden Owens on the carry. Picks up about 7 yards on the play. Good hard run there by Mr. Aiden Owens. Picks up 6 yards. Second down, 4 yards to go here for the Mustangs. Ball's now spotted at the 21, down to the last minute of this third period of play. Wildcat formation. Number 6 gets it, keeps it himself, and picks up a first down for the Mustangs. Malik Morrison, the backup QB, steps in and makes a first down for the Mustangs. So that's getting his first action of the night here. Malik Morrison shared a dual role last week with the against IMG Academy of Cinders as they had a multiple quarterback situation going. It was effective, and it stayed effective throughout the game. It just wasn't as effective as they would like it to have been. But a nice system they have in their arsenal. Maybe they'll use it here tonight, as they did on that play. Knox Annett's back in the game. He's going to keep it. Now goes up the middle of the field and slides down in safe territory there at the 10-yard line. So Knox there getting it done with his feet on the play. Telling Mr. Morrison, hey, look, I can do it too. Pick up me some yardage on the play and get me some rushing yards here. Having a little fun, looks like Knox is doing. And that slide will end, and flag will end the third period of play. Fourth quarter coming up. Look like a holding call against the Mustangs. Backs him up. Again, that is the end of the third period of play. Mandarin still leading by a score of 28 to 7, 21-point difference in the ball game. And has total control over the game. I'm going to tell you, no matter what happens here tonight, both teams, they're going to learn something important, right? They're going to learn something important about themselves tonight. Those lessons, whether they come in victory or defeat, they often end up being the difference makers when the playoffs arrives in a few weeks. So whatever lessons that Mandarin's learning tonight, whether it's going to be how to eliminate so many penalties and how to make more completions, for First Coast is going to be how to stop the deep threat ball. They have been exposed tonight by a deep threat, not in the form of Bryson Wright, but in the form of Tion White, the senior receiver on opposite of Mr. Bryson, the sophomore. So knowing that you have two deep threat lone ball players on the field at the same time will definitely change up your scheme on defense. Shotgun, Knox gets the ball, I'm sorry, Mr. Morrison gets the ball. New quarterback in the game. Reverses field, tries to get positive yards out of the play and brought down there by number 5 of the Buccaneers, Curtis Burgess. Outside linebacker, the senior outside linebacker. Making a play tonight. Oh, miscommunication on the handoff there. I guess Aiden Owens is supposed to get the ball. Didn't get it. Nice truck stick there by Malik Morrison. Knocks back in the game. So Mandarin going again with the 2 QB system. It looks like 1 run, 1 throw, but they can switch it up. Knox gets it, drops back, looks right, throws right, has his guy wide open all by himself. Tion White's not again, trifecta, 3rd touchdown of the night for the Mustangs. Man, this guy is really blowing it up tonight. Tion White with his 3rd touchdown reception in tonight's matchup. You thought Bryson was going to come in and have that kind of performance, but no, it's been number 15, the senior, Tion, having an exceptional performance tonight as he puts on more points on the board for the Mustangs. 34-7. Extra point attempt is coming up for the Mustangs. Extra point is up and no good. So that will be Mr. Medovic first extra point miss of the season. So again, these are things that Mandarin must learn. Yeah, you may get the victory tonight, but we're going to talk about the play, the performance of the play tonight. How well did we execute when it came down to the X's and O's? Not well at all. Yeah, we're up 34-7. We're up by 27 points. Yay, hoo-hoo, rah-rah, right? But we're playing sloppy football. We're playing football that would not get us deep into that playoff territory. If we want to play some championship football, we must fix these mistakes right now. Going into next week, I expect a different Mandarin team coming out here, exploding on the field, getting back to their 40-point game. They're actually 6 points away from their 40, so they're doing great on their average. 11 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the game. What will the Mustangs do? First Coast, you knew coming into the game it was going to be a hard matchup, and you failed to cover. Another onside kick by the Mustangs. Will they recover it again? And they did not recover it that time. Quite sneaky there of the Mustangs. Not sure exactly why you wanted to onside it such a late in the game with the 27-point lead. Maybe they're trying to do something. Maybe they're trying to get their spirits back into the game to whereas we're putting 40 points a game up. We should do it now. We should do any and everything to put these points up, to give us that encouragement we need to be successful. We must do it on a continuous basis, week in, week out. Illegal kick by the kicking team. So they're going to elect to keep the ball there instead of having re-kick it. Actually, they're going to move them up a couple of yards there from the spot of the foul. So first down, 10 yards to go here from the 46-yard line of the Mustangs. So again, timeout being called by the Mustangs. Again, Mandarin has to find a way to play better football in order to get deep inside that playoff bracket. What we have seen in the last couple of weeks of the emergence of Tion White. You go from having one superstar receiver to arguably two superstar receivers. Not sure what's separating the two besides 2 years, sophomore, senior. but they have the same abilities on the field. Tion White with a trifecta of touchdowns tonight. Trifecta 3. It's going to be talked about. You're going to see that name real soon in somebody's Division I college team. $11 3 seconds left in this ball game. First Coast with the ball, shotgun formation, sends the motion right. 2 receivers down at the bottom of the screen. Rollout throw, nearly intercepted again by number 30, Keyshawn Douglas of the Mustangs. Pass intended for Jalen Parks on the play. Second down, 10 yards to go for the Bucs. $27-point difference in the fourth quarter. First Coast looking to do something like put points on the board. Rolling out, pressured in the backfield, flag on the play. Rolling out throws, has a receiver, and immediately hit by number 24 of the Mustangs. What is that? Caden Bryant. Receiver was Marley Moe. But we did have a flag on the play. Trying to get some illegal hands to the face against the Buccaneers. Also holding against the Buccaneers. So 2 infractions against the Buccaneers. The first one, illegal hands to the face, was declined. They're going to take the bigger of the bigger penalty, which would have been holding. Illegal hands to the face was about 5-yard penalty. Holding is going to be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So it's going to back him up a little bit more than what that legal hands to the face penalty was. Replay second down. Second down, 20 yards to go. Shotgun formation. Down by 27, 10:49 and counting. 3 receivers set left. Flag on the play again. Offsides against Mandarin. Now, it's a give and take situation here. Mandarin gives, First Coast takes. First Coast give, Mandarin takes. So both teams are being generous with the penalties here, giving each other positive yards without them being earned. A more manageable second down now here. Second down, about 15 yards to go. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Quarterback gets it, drops back, still in the pocket. Now he's rolling out of the pocket. Rolling, throws, has a receiver high and out of the hands of the receiver. Kendrick Hurd was the intended receiver on the play. Almost another disastrous throw by the quarterback there, Mr. Hunter. Nearly picked off by Mandarin. Would have been the second interception of the night for the Mustangs. You can see him there rolling out that's his specialty. Not a bad athletic throw there. That's going to be something special to see. A lot of quarterbacks do not have a lot of accuracy while they're running. This quarterback, Mr. Hunter, he does. 85% of the plays for First Coast High School has been a rollout pass by Mr. Hunter. So the clock stops at 10:34. Ball's now at the 48-yard line. Fake handoff, throws in the middle field, has his guy tight end seam, makes a move and brought down. Not before he picks up a Buccaneer first down. Ronnie Williams Jr., the tight end, won the reception on that play. So that's what you have there. The tight end, Ronnie, sneaking out, doing a seam route, doing exactly what he's supposed to do, right? He's only a junior at 6'2", 210, but a good route runner can always find himself open, as you've seen right there. New set of downs here for the Buccaneers. Ball's at the 30-yard line, actually the 28. Quarterback gets it, drops back, throws off his back foot, has a receiver. Just overthrown, no coverage on the receiver, intended receiver, and the receiver that did have a step on him, he could not make the throw. Jalen Pollard was the intended receiver, but just could not make the connection. You can see here on the replay, just had exactly what they want. Two receivers in the area, one totally uncovered. Look at him, uncovered. You get that reception, you put some more points on the board, you give the crowd something to talk about. You may be in a better position to fight back. Right now, 27 points with 9:49, that was your opportunity right there. You may have mixed your boat. Shotgun, quarterback drops back. Flag on the play again. False start is going to be the call against the Buccaneers. So now, that give and take situation I was just speaking of, First Coast being generous in giving Mandarin negative yards against themselves. It's going to back them up 5 yards on the play. Brings up a pretty interesting third down for the Bucs. Shotgun formation, two receivers at the bottom. Quarterback drops back, steps up in the pocket, makes the throw, tipped, and diving interception. No, they do not give it to him. Kyrie Wilson coming up with the ball. It looks as if he actually caught that ball. Another tipped ball by the Mandarin Mustangs. Another opportunity to intercept the ball. You see here, he steps up in the pocket, just releases the ball a little bit too high. Actually, a great play. Yep, he didn't trap it. Good job, Kyrie, on trying to just fool the ref, but you didn't. Good play, nonetheless. Third down, Bucs. 9:38 remaining in the game. Quarterback again, Hunter throws, has his guy. Brought down. Matthews on the tackle. Jalen Pollard on the reception for the Buccaneers. So Bucs having a very effective passing game here tonight, non-effective running game. But their bread and butter relying on Mr. Hunter to get that ball to his receivers as he's doing consistently. We'd love to see that guy, more poised in the pocket, trying to make those throws versus rolling out. You have a higher degree of difficulty trying to make those passes, those completions from rolling out, as he does again, flushed out of the pocket, up in the pocket. He's running, makes a move, still on his feet, trying to get brought down, and he does finally get brought down, being hunted down there by Corey Matthews, the 6'2" junior. Played at Sandalwood High School last year. And also, he's a very, very good baseball player. Kind of followed him through the ranks as he was coming up with his dad, Corey Matthews. Him and I coached in the same circuit, actually at the same organization one year. Had the pleasure of meeting Mr. Corey Matthews then. Matriculated all the way to where he's at now. He's definitely going, if he haven't already received any Division I offers. I do believe he had one from FAU. Could be wrong on that, but he's going to collect a lot of more Division I offers before he's going out of Mandarin High School. So Mandarin with the ball, handoff to number 5, Shaquez Foster. Malik Morrison in as quarterback right now. You can see a double tight line there, just a little bully ball. Now it's a more reasonable time to play conservative as you're up by 27 points. Keep the clock rolling. Let's avoid any injuries that may come from passing the ball, especially, from your 2 receivers. Let's get these running backs. We have 3 running backs. Oh, fumble. Ball's on the ground. Bucks say they have it. No call yet. And they do. Bucks have the ball. So being conservative is one thing, but playing lazy is another. You can't play lazy while you're playing conservative. You still have to go 100% every play. And it shows there, if you don't go 100%, things like this can happen. Just a total miscommunication from the quarterback and center. Ball was supposed to go to the Malik Morrison, but Shaquez Foster ended up touching the ball before the quarterback did. So maybe a snap exchange from the center. It was maybe intended for the other person. And another mistake made by Mandarin, another mistake capitalized off of by First Coast. First down 10. Ball's at the 41-yard line of the Mustang. Quarterback drops back, throws a screen underneath pass. Almost looked like a jailbreak screen. Couldn't make the connection on the play. Marley Moe, the intended receiver. One of the guys that was talked about earlier in this broadcast is Marley Moe. He's a 6'1", 175-pound senior. Dual player, DBO wide receiver. As you can see, he's playing both positions very well. He can definitely get recruited by any Division I team, I would say, in any position. Quarterback takes a shot downfield, has a guy step on him, in and out, 2 receivers in the area. Incomplete pass. So the quarterback has the matchups he's looking for. He had the receivers have steps ahead of the defender, but the quarterback receiver just can't make that connection. A flag on the play. They say it's going to replay second down, and we also have an injured player in the back of the end zone. Look like one of the Bucks players may again be cramping up or may be on the collision. We'll see here shortly. Couldn't tell anything there. Fell on one knee, 2 knees. Okay, that guy got up. Maybe it's the guy in the back over there. Maybe cramping. It's humid. 77 feels like 87. Humidity at 90%. Definitely. I'm going to check on that young man, make sure he's okay as we look at this instant replay again. Had a step above. I mean, just 2 receivers got a step above the defender. I'm not sure how they got in that situation, but they had the matchup. They had the opportunity. Just a blown quarterback receiver exchange. And that's another one that's going to be talked about in the review room. Film study is going to be very interesting for the First Coast Buccaneers. They're going to go back to this game. They're going to look at it. They're going to see a lot of mistakes they made, a lot of plays they could have capitalized off of, a lot of opportunities that were missed. You can't miss the opportunities that were missed and say we're trying to go to a championship matchup. We're trying to go deep into the playoffs. We're trying to go undefeated. You can't miss those matchups. Kendrick Hurd walking off the field. Quarterback dumps it down underneath. Had his receiver, Jalen Pollard, on the reception. And we have another flag on the play. Holding against the offense. So another self-inflicted wound there by the First Coast Buccaneers. Coming into the game, the Buccaneers did not have that star power like the Mandarin Mustangs did, but they have something that's equally valuable. They have a young team. They have a young team, just like Mandarin, that's willing to learn the game and be successful. Third down, shotgun formation, handoff to the running back. Makes a couple of moves, spins out of a tackle, spins out of another tackle, but that tackle brings him down. Tony Kennedy on the carry. Picks up decent yardage on the play, short of the line to gain for the Buccaneers. Just a good hard-nosed run here by Mr. Kennedy as he spins out of that tackle there. Looked like Brody Jennings maybe was on that tackle. Timeout, First Coast.
The Gateway Conference reminds you that sportsmanship is important in athletics.
You know, it's a lot of future stars out here. It's a future college stars out here, right? Make sure you keep the Recruit TV locked in for the rest of Mandarin season. These Mustangs have some absolutely must-see games coming up that you don't want to miss. We're talking about district battles, playoff positioning, and more chances to see that explosive offensive action. When Mandarin takes the field, you know you're going to see something special. And the Recruit TV will be there for every snap. You guys are the only guys that seen Tion White catch 3 touchdowns tonight. It's only on the Recruit TV, no place else. The news is not going to have it. They're going to have clips of it, but the full game, full commentary, only on the Recruit TV. Spread the word. Tell them, download the app. It's a great app. Shotgun formation for the Bucks. Quarterback drops back, rushed out of the pocket, still rolling, keeps it himself, going towards the sideline. Contact made on the sideline. Flag on the play again. Got to be our 25th flag of this matchup tonight.
Flag on the play.
Kyrie Wilson on the tackle. See him, Corey Matthews on the pursuit. He slowed up. Kyrie was like, nah, I'm giving you the pain, buddy. You run my way, I'm going to hit you. So flag is against the Mustangs. Like a unsportsmanlike penalty there. Gives them a first down on the drive. And puts them in good field position. Ball's at the 23-yard line. Let's call it 24-yard line. Down by 27 with 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the game. Shotgun formation, sends motion left. Quarterback drops back, looking left. Play is going to be called dead. Flag on the play. Number 26. I'm sorry, timeout, Mandarin. So no flag. They got the timeout called before the play started. Was able to stop the clock. So Mandarin trying to hold on to what they've put up there so far. 27-point lead, 7 points. They're trying to make a statement. You're going to go back and look at this score. And if First Coast scores, you're going to say, man, First Coast put 14 points up against Mandarin. This explosive team of Mandarin. It's not going to look as good as you want it to look for if you're a Mandarin fan. But if Mandarin somehow, some way manages to get the ball back with these last 5 minutes remaining with 34 points on the board and score a touchdown, they retain their points per game average, and First Coast walk away with 7, that's going to look great if you're a Mandarin fan. So it's a little bit of end game here in this chess matchup that we've been playing all night. First Coast wants to score, demoralize Mandarin a little bit. Mandarin wants to stop First Coast, demoralize them. Quarterback drops back, has his guy on the outside, and it's going to be a completed pass there for the Buccaneers at the 9-yard line. Kendrick Hurd on the reception picks up enough yards for a first down and puts them in perfect first and goal territory. See that nicely thrown ball just in a position where nobody but the receiver can get that ball. Caden Bryant there on the coverage. And in the back of the end zone, no good. Flag on the play. Looks like another penalty against the Mandarin Mustangs. It's going to go against Mandarin. It's going to push him halfway towards the goal. Replay first down. So now the Buccaneers would start first and goal from about the 5-yard line. .458 remaining in this competition, in this matchup. It's a pride thing now. We want to score. If we're First Coast, we want to score right now. And we want to come back, kick it onside, try to score again. If I'm Mandarin, I'm blitzing. They do not blitz. Good flow as he gets close to the end zone, short of the end zone marker. Brings up a second down for the Buccaneers. So a quarterback keeper there by Mr. Tony Kennedy. Actually, he's the quarterback athlete. Getting the call on that play. Second and goal. A little discussion there in the top corner of your screen there. Not sure as to why. Coaches are on the field. Another injured player on Mandarin's sideline near the end zone down there. So humidity playing a factor in tonight's game, as that's the third player that went down on a cramp. We had one player go down on a cramp twice, Bryson Wright. Tony Kennedy, actually the guy who ran the ball, may have an injury, maybe a cramp, not sure. But he is running off the field. That's a good thing. On his own. Maybe he'll return. He's had a heck of a game tonight. He's been on both sides of the ball. He's made a major impact on both sides of the ball. And if I were voting for a player of the game, that probably would be my choice as player of the game for the First Coast Buccaneers. It's obvious who the player of the game here would be for Mandarin. And it's not Bryson. That's not the obvious choice. Quarterback keeper, sneak up the middle. Came short again of the line to gain. No call yet. Nope, touchdown. There it goes. There it goes right there. So First Coast scoring again late inside this fourth quarter of play with 4 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in this ball game. So just a little tush push there, and it gets them inside the end zone under that rubble of bodies there. Extra point. Do you go for one or do you go for two? You're down 21 points now. Right? What makes the most sense? Put 2 points on the board, I mean, it's obvious that you're going to come back and you're going to kick an onside kick because you're trying to win the game now. You still have 4 minutes remaining. So you go for 2 to bring you within 20. Yeah, 21 right now. You make this 2-point conversion right here. Roll out, pass, pressure, and incomplete. You make the 2-point conversion, you'd be down by 19. That's still 3 scores. You missed the 2-point conversion, you're down by 21. That's still 3 scores. You kick the field goal, extra point, you're down by 20. That's still 3 scores. So why not? Take a chance. Let's see what we got. That didn't work out for him. 2-point conversion was no good. Now Mandarin awaits the kickoff from First Coast. 4 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in this game.
First Coast varsity cheerleading team.
All right, folks, we're looking for an onside kick, definitely. You go for 2. I mean, it's not an onside kick as everyone was expecting. Will Jones is going to be a returner. And he's going to be down there at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, Mandarin. You pick up 3 first downs on this drive. You have 4 minutes remaining in this game. Are you trying to score? Are you trying to put your season total average on the scoreboard? Or are you going to come out again with that conservative laziness type of play that just forced a fumble on the last possession? And another fight. We have a personal foul against Mandarin. Personal foul against Riverside. They're offset. I'm sorry. First Coast, not Riverside. First Coast. So offsetting penalties lead them back where they started. I had the Riverside and Reigns game on my mind tonight. Alma Mater playing against a tough Riverside team. Get a score update there. Shotgun formation for Mandarin. Mr. Morrison hands it off. Look like Chris Harrison gets the call for the run. About a 4-yard gain on the play, brings up 2nd down, 6 yards to go for the Mustangs. 3 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in this contest. So I'm pretty sure if they're going to be conservative here, they're going to hold on to the ball a lot tighter than they did last drive. As he picks up another first down plus more yardage here, just trying to make the clock go down, but they end up going to almost score. Chris Harrison again on the run. So First Coast looking a little defeated as what seemed to be something to burn the clock, a play just to burn the clock, turns into almost touchdowns as it picks up a flag on the play and yardage, which happens to be negated by a holding call again by the Mustangs. So now we still have a first down because he passed the yard gain and the penalty call backed him up beyond the first down marker sticks. Hit immediately in the backfield. Mr. Harrison getting met by Curtis Burgess. See the outside linebacker there reading and reacting as he scrapes and make a great tackle behind the line of scrimmage. There's good highlight footage there. 2 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in this ball game. So don't look like First Coast is going to contest Mandarin as they go back into a shotgun formation. Hand off to the running back, goes to the middle of the field, drags a tackler with him, and finally brought down halfway to the yard to gain. Good tough run there again by Chris Harrison. Couple back-to-back runs there for, should be a, what is he, a junior, a freshman? Wow. So Mandarin showing off this young talent here tonight as the freshman gets the call. Another flag on the play here against the Mandarin Mustangs. False start is going to be the call. If it's anything like what I used to do in high school, when we make mistakes on the football field, especially mental mistakes, for every flag, depending on the severity of the flag, that's a lap. Tonight, if Mandarin has a lap for every flag that's been thrown, they're going to be running about 4 miles. Quarterback Knox rolls out to the right-hand side of the field. Almost intercepted, in and out of the hands of the defender as the clock stops with 1:04 remaining in the game. So that was your third down play, fourth down, and about 15 yards to go coming up for the Mustangs. Let's say fourth down and 12. Just having a hard time seeing the yard marker over there with all of the white helmets, and it's a little short today. Blended in. I can't see it from this distance. Might need some spectacles, some glasses, some reading glasses, maybe. Fourth down situation, 1:04. 21-point lead by the Mustangs. Tion White, player of the game for the Mustangs. Definitely 3 touchdowns in the competition tonight. Nice snap. Delivery, nice kick, in over in, fielded at the 30, fell on, almost disastrous, and it was disastrous as Will Jones picks up the muff punt. First down, 10, Mandarin. So these are the type of mental mistakes that I was saying that you cannot make if you're a team like First Coast against a team like Mandarin. Every opportunity that you have, it just goes in and out, just did not cradle that ball. Arms are probably a little loose. Some elbows need to be together when you get ready to receive that ball. You have to cradle that ball. Probably a mistake made by a freshman. Not sure who the returner was, but first down 10, 54 seconds remaining in the game. I look for what we call a victory formation here from the Mustangs as they close out this game.
You need to give me anything else?
Nope, they come out in the shotgun formation. Malik Morrison is your quarterback. Goes to the right-hand side of the field, looking to put some points on the board. Goes towards the first down marker, pushed out of bounds. Sorry, Shaquez false. Nope, Malik Morrison was the runner. Yep. Coach just said, do it again. So you'll probably see Mr. Morrison again to the other side of the field. He's determined to get some more points on the board. I would have thought that they would have did a victory formation with 37 seconds remaining in the game. They're going to prove something here. They're trying to get their 40-point total. I'm assuming that's the only reason why they're still running the ball as hard as they're running at this moment. The young freshman getting the carry again. Chris Harrison. And that will be the last play of this game. Down to the last 10 seconds. Both teams will retire at the 50-yard line to shake hands, saying good game to each opponent. And that is the end of this matchup, with the Mandarin Mustangs coming out victorious by a score of 34-13 against the First Coast Buccaneers. I enjoyed this broadcast tonight. It was a great broadcast. A lot of highs, a lot of lows, a lot of unexpected things happened tonight, like the fact that my official player of the game will be Tion White with 3 touchdown receptions on the night. Bryson had a subpar night tonight. He did have a touchdown, but the senior this night belonged to him. Catch us next week as we broadcast from Rockledge High School. It's going to be a game to see. Rockledge is a very good team, has always been a good team. Mandarin coming in, they have another victory up under their belt. They have some momentum going into this game. It's not going to be a dry, stale game. So it's going to be some good action being played that Friday night. Catch us again next Friday night. I am your host, Jarris White. It was a pleasure speaking with you guys again. Hopefully I'll see you next week. Until then, God bless and good night.